this material thoroughly, completely. Okay, not too much material, so yeah, not too much. Looks like not too much. Looks like. Okay. This is a condensed material, 浓缩版的，精华版。Okay. This is the lecture note. Lecture note is shown here, so you should study in advance. Okay, this one, that's very important. That's grading policy. That's very important. That's why I need your cooperations to minimize the fail rate to 10 or 5%. 10 or 5% is a pretty good number. 30 is not good. That means 30, 30 is too high. Midterm exam takes about 40%. Final exam 40%. And quiz 20%. We will have midterm and final exam plus 2 quiz. Okay, and in addition to this material, in addition to the midterm, final, and quiz, we have class participations, 5%. Class participation can be shown in different form, in any form. Just show me your participation. Okay. For example, you can write an in-depth study about some topics. Just show me you are interested in some materials, some fields related to electrodynamics, and show me some study materials. Okay, you maybe got 5%. So it's extra. It's an extra. I don't want to check your attendance, so don't worry about the attendance. Okay, so don't worry about the attendance. But I care about your attitude. So if you want to show me you want to pass this course, remember to take 5%. Because this is extra. This should be, everyone should get 5 points for free. No requirement, okay? So you can just return a papers to me or just ask some questions because we have less than 50 students. So I will remember your face and your name. So I will know your participations. You are actively participate or never say a word during the course. Okay, I will have a. And eventually, basically, I will change during the semester, and maybe will be normalized to reflect an average consistency with other courses. Okay, that's the lecture notes. I want to show you a picture here. This description is the same as the last semester, so let's go back to here. Electrodynamics is one of the most important courses for graduate students. After class, you had better spend at least 12 hours per week on this course. 12 hours. It will benefit you a lot because studying this material, your mathematical ability your physics study will be better. You will have better understanding about all the fields. So you should study at least 12 hours. If you study just 1 hour or 2 hours, it's not enough. Okay? Last one, I want to show you this slide. Why I ask you to study at least 12 hours. That's simple. Because Einstein said, it's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Where is the slide? Where is the description? Oh, over there. Over there. Einstein said it's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. If you stay with problems longer, you will have better connection with the problems, and you will have better understanding about everything. So stay with problem longer. You will have better understanding about these problems. And sooner or later, you will be familiar with the problems. So stay with a problem longer. Spend 12 hours per week will help you a lot. Help you a lot. Okay? Einstein do not consider himself as a genius. He just thinks he studied the problem over and over again. He studied the problem over and over again. Okay, this is the schedule of this course. Okay, today is March the 3rd. We will introduce the course and tell you how to evaluate. And maybe we will briefly review chapters 1 to 7, maybe not. Okay, and here we have a quiz number 1. Not too far from here, quiz number 1 about chapter 8. And we will have a holiday. Okay, here, chapter 9, chapter 10. And we will have a midterm exam. Just covers chapters 8 and 9. And after that, we will have a quiz number 2, and we will have a final exam. Final exam. Okay? And we have another holiday here, Dragon Ball Festival. And I will return your paper and give you the preliminary score, your draft version of the score here, 1 week after the final exam. Okay? This is a schedule. This table is for your reference only. We will slightly change. The practical schedule will depend on the student's learning situation. Depends on your response. Depends on your conditions. For example, if unfortunately we have to close the class, we have to home quarantine, 居家隔离. In that case, probably we will change the schedule. Right now, there's the schedule. Okay? Any problems about the schedule? No problems. We have some new phase. For example, Xu Yanting. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. 你是刚修的吗？哦 ，OK， good。 庄家阳. Okay, he's not here. Okay, any question about the schedule? We will give you a paperback of the lecture note next time. Is that right? This Thursday, we will give you the lecture note. Okay? So remember to come here. Remember to come here to take your lecture note this Thursday. Okay, I will briefly start from here. Actually, chapter A, we talk about waveguide, resonance cavity, and optical fibers. Okay, just a moment. Actually, the problems may be similar to this one. Chapter A, we will talk about waveguide first. Waveguide are made of metal. Okay, perfect metal. Okay, so this kind of waveguide can guide the wave inside. Okay, so wave propagating inside this one will satisfy the boundary conditions. So we will use the boundary condition to solve the wave inside this waveguide, this metal wall. Okay. We have rectangular waveguide. We have cylindrical waveguide. No spherical waveguide. No sphere. Okay, that's the waveguide. And if this waveguide is crossed at both ends, crossed, this waveguide becomes a cavity, 一个腔体, a cross cavity. Cross cavity is the resonance cavity. Resonance cavities 会有共振腔. For example, this waveguide crossed, because it's crossed, so the boundary condition will be finite. Boundary condition give us only one some specific modes. Okay, that's the resonance cavity for this one, for metal waveguide. Okay, so we will talk about waveguide first, starting from wave equations, and use the boundary condition to determine all the coefficients. And we will calculate energy density inside this waveguide, pointing vector inside this waveguide, energy conductor loss. Okay, waveguides are very useful and very important. It's change from different size. For example, this kind of waveguide run roughly about 2.4 or 2.5. Okay? And if you want to increase the frequency, for example, for 5G communications, you want to increase the frequency to 28 gigahertz. The waveguide will be much smaller, 10 times smaller than this one. If we want to increase the frequency to 100, 200, you can imagine the waveguide size is much more smaller than this one. Shrink. Okay, it depends on geometry, depends on the size of the waveguide. Okay, so the first one we will talk about waveguide, and we will use all the knowledge we learned in chapter 6 and 7. And electric density, Poynting vector, almost everything. Okay. Then, we probably will talk about optical fibers. Optical fiber is dielectric. Dielectric can be used as a waveguide. But it's optical fiber because it's very thin, just a few micron, very thin. And wave can propagate inside the fibers. Okay? But it's made of fused cores. 怎么翻呢？石英，退火过的石英 ，fused cores, very thin. Okay? That's optical fibers. In this case, we still have to study how wave propagate inside the waveguide. Inside the waveguide. So, waveguide, and once again, optical fiber. I will show you some coaxial waveguide. Coaxial waveguide is very useful. Coaxial waveguide, rectangular waveguide, different shape of the waveguide. Okay, that's chapter 8. Chapter 9, we will talk about radiation, but a simple one. For example, if the wave propagating inside and we have a small opening here, what will happen? Just like some of the signal will radiate from this hole. Yeah, will radiate from this hole. Or if, for example, if I have an array, 1, 2, 3, 4, an array here, 5 by 5, and spread uniformly, and wave propagating inside, and each hole will become a radiation source. So they will jointly form a radiation pattern. Okay, so we will talk about radiation system from dipole field, mainly from dipole fields. These dipole fields will generate radiations. Okay, electric dipole, magnetic dipole, that's it. It will generate radiations. So chapter 9, we will talk about radiation from dipole fields. Okay, that's chapter 9. For example, if you want to, if a wave propagating at the cylindrical waveguide, and how to couple the wave to rectangular waveguide, you should have some hole in the common wall, some wall here. So you can couple some energy from this one to this one. That's directional coupler. So you can control by using electric dipole or magnetic dipole. You can control the direction of the wave. You can control the coupling strength of the wave. Okay, so electric dipole and magnetic dipole are very important, not just for electrostatic and magnetostatics, but also useful for electrodynamics. So we will study electrodipole, dipoles or multipoles here. And then we will talk about scattering at long wavelength limit. In short wavelengths, just like collision, 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. And if I am a very small, just wavelength very small, doing, depends on geometry, right? Okay. However, if my wavelengths are very long, each one looks like a scatterer, 散射物. Okay? And each scatterer can be considered as electric dipole or magnetic dipole, can be simplified to electric dipole and magnetic dipole. And each dipole will generate wave. Okay, so quite similar to chapter 9. Chapter 10 is actually the same, similar concept. Okay, so we will talk about scattering or diffractions. Scattering and diffractions. But from the viewpoint of electric dipole and magnetic dipoles. Okay. I will show you some interesting phenomena for this one. By properly control the scatterer, we can generate metamaterial. Left-hand materials. Okay. We can generate some spatial material we never observe, we never found in the nature. It's artificial material. It's man-made materials, not God, not made by God, but made by human being. Okay, that's mu. Epsilon can be less than 1. Mu can be less than 0, for example. Okay, we can control epsilon and mu by yourself. It's adjustable. Okay, so chapter 10, quite useful. You can generate something never found in the nature. That's pretty interesting. Some spatial material, some new physics. That's very important for communications. That's very important for the new physics. Okay, that's the basics. You should use this over and over again. And chapter 11, we talk about special theory of relativity. Actually, this part is quite similar to Griffiths, quite similar, but in different languages. Okay, so if you're familiar with Griffiths, you will be happy here. Okay, you can compare the description of Jackson and the description of Griffiths side by side and have better understanding. Last one, chapter 14, we will talk about radiation by moving charges. Okay, radiation by moving charges. For example, a charged particle moves in this direction without any force. The charged particle will move constantly. Nothing changes. Okay? So that's very simple. But if you have electric field here, you can accelerate the charge or decelerate the charge. And now just imagine you have a bunch of electrons, bunch of charges, and you have electron beam here. And this, you have electric field or magnetic field. You can modulate. How to modulate? Lorentz force. Lorentz force tells you the force on the charge due to E field and B field. And the charge will speed up or slow down. So eventually, the DC current will change to AC. AC current source. Rho will become AC, C will become AC. Then they can generate wave through wave equations. So Lorentz force tells you how to modulate the charge. And wave equation tells you how to radiate a wave. And the wave will be feedback to Lorentz force. So they will form a feedback. Okay? Lorentz force, wave generate Lorentz force generate wave. So normally you can expect this is a nonlinear feedback. So it will quickly become chaos. Nonlinear behavior and become chaos, becomes 一颗大混沌，混沌吼。Chaotic behaviors. So chaotic behavior starting from Lorentz force. Starting from electrodynamics easily. They become chaotic behavior easily. Okay. So we can consider the simplest case, charge due to moving charge, radiation due to moving charge. In this case, okay, don't worry. It's difficult because the charge normally moves at very high speed. So we should consider special relativity. Special relativity is almost always required for all the fields. For all the fields, almost. It's nothing. It's nothing special. It's very important. It's fundamental. Special theory of relativity. You should consider this one in radiation by moving charges. For example, synchrotron radiation research center. Let's use radiation by moving charges, and they will consider special relativity. And that's why our physics department has close relationship with synchrotron radiation. Because their directors, many directors come from our department. Okay? Because we familiar with this one. Okay. And this chapter 14. So all the material of this course are related, closely related. Okay. But also independent. Okay. So it should be, after this course, you should familiar with waveguide, radiation, scattering, and special relativity, and some knowledge of radiations by moving charge. Okay. That's the purpose of this course. Last one. If you want to evaluate your class participation, you can start from here. If you never show up, it's absent. Okay, never showed up. Obviously, your grade will be 0. But if you present but no interaction with the professor, then probably just 1. Try to respond when I ask you or I give you a chance. Okay, that's just 1. 2, you have actively interact with professor. Actively interact with TA. Okay, that's good. Okay, so you can evaluate your class participation by yourself. If you demonstrate excellent preparation and has analyzed cases exceptionally well, then of course your class participation is quite high. You study in advance. That's quite important. Okay, the end. Any questions so far? Okay, now I want to give you some more information. Okay, I just gave you this material yesterday. You can find this material at the website of our university, Tsinghua University. That's the new coronavirus. Okay, so we will change the calendar, university calendar. So that's the first questions. This is Q&A. First, we will change the university calendar. Okay, shift 2 weeks. Then I will. I'm sorry, very small. Better. Okay, better. Question number 2 is marked with yellow. Under what conditions should a faculty members or a staff need to report to the Division of Health Service? Okay, that's for professors or the staff. Next one. We take this coronavirus seriously. So that's why I will talk about this issue over and over again. Question number 8. If a student is unable to return to NTHU in time due to the coronavirus, does NTHU offer flexible study programs or online courses? Okay, that's our solution. If you cannot come back, you still can study the material online. We will upload the material to YouTube right now. Okay, so you can study at home or at your own country. Okay, right now it's okay. We know you have some difficulty, so no problem at all. If you're unable to come here, so far as I know, we have 3 students unable to be here today. But they still took this course. So I will do my best to help them. Okay, if you have any difficulty, just let me know or let the TA know. Next one, question 10. During the anti-infection period, 防止感染的 period 哈。What are the principles of cleaning and in the residential area? Okay, so you should be careful about study this material carefully. Next one, we have a centralized quarantine rooms on campus. 集中隔离的区域哈。Centralized quarantine rooms, CQZ, on campus. Okay, this is the dormitory. We have many rooms. Okay, last one. We have a new coronavirus announcement. We should try our best to maintain the health and safety on campus. In case of fever or flu-like symptoms, you should stay at home. Self-management. Wear your mask. Okay. This is the hotline on campus. If you have some question, you have some uncertainty about your health and conditions, you can make a phone call to this one. Wear a surgical mask if you have some symptoms persistent. Anyone with a fever should be notified immediately through the campus infection report channel. Okay. If you have a fever, you should notify our campus infection report center. Okay.